And there it is. Project Hospital. Hello everybody. Um, well, I decided that it would be good to do this. Haven't done a actual video in a while, so why not? So we will get straight to it. We'll leave this on because I believe you can be sued. That'll be interesting. We're not going to activate any of these though. One thing I wish that they'd done here would be you'd have a completely empty lot, so you wouldn't have a car park, the ability to build up a car park, which I think you do have, but these, if you delete the car park, you end up with areas that you can't delete. You can't remove nothing, you can't dynamite them. So they're obviously props for where you can place ambulance rather, or something, I'm not sure, but whatever. And so don't try to do that, but it'd be nice if they had these separated into four sections, so you'd have completely blank maps, then you'd have all the 64 by 64, and 96, so you'd have the three different, or the two different types, so you'd have three rather than four. Four would be nice though, one huge, much bigger, or an expandable map, like Prison Architect would have been perhaps the way to go, with a rent on the land that you purchase. But I always go with the biggest, and I'm going with this one because I prefer to build in this corner. So yes, I have played this a little bit before. My problem is I always restart, but that's why I decided to record. Maybe it'll stop me from doing the recordings and take away them. So we've got all of this land, it's paused. We've got all of this land to build a hospital. We've got multiple floors that we can build. Talking about multiple floors, if I build a building here, say this is A&E, which it will be, and I build another one over here, separate, completely separate, no corridor, nothing between, just a road, a pathway between. When I take this floor up, it'll take the floor up on that building automatically. Kind of annoying. You can delete floors, but it's still beside the point, and they're free to do, but again, beside the point. You should be able to select the building and do it. So we're going to go into build mode and select the foundation tool, and we're going to do a tutorial kind of size of a 20 by 20. Seems good enough. And then we're going to go into our management mode, and we're going to start placing things down. So we're going to do a corridor first, because why not? Corridors are always good, right? 4 by 20. Doctor's offices, we could probably get away with a 5 by 5. To be fair, we could probably do a 5 by 4, but we're not going to. Or should we? Decisions. Safe space. Let's try that. 5 by 4. See if we could get all the stuff that we need in there. Which means that we would need these walls to be up. Well, this one has to be up anyway, so we may as well put that one up. And this one. Well, they don't have to be up, but I want them up. Bed. And a desk. Chair for the annoying patient to sit at. I mean, the patient to sit at. A bin. So all the orange is what's needed, required for this room to function. The yellows are optional. So basically, you could have your GP stand at the desk, I guess that means, which doesn't work because you have to have a chair for them to sit at. And give them one of them eye test, because apparently they don't go to the opticians. Right. So yeah, we could definitely get everything in. And we may as well put the door in while we're here. So that's perfect. So let's do a few of them. Oh wow, we could get away with 4 here, so we will do 4 there. So how do we want to do this part? We could do a corridor going up here, or we could do we done a waiting room there, didn't we? We didn't want a waiting room there, that was silly. We don't want waiting there. We want that to be a corridor and this to be a waiting room, like so. That works a lot better. Stats lab. Should we go with a bigger stats lab so we can get extra staff? Well, I know what we will do. We will sort out reception. Let's do a reception. That sounds like a good idea. Should we do it that big? Well, let's do it that size a minute. Deciding to clean herself as usual. Annoying. Cleaning closet here. That'd give us 2 staff. That would still give us 2 staff. So we'll just go with 2 staff. And restroom. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be fine. Not the exterior walls though. That definitely wouldn't be fine. And that would work. So the idea is that we segregate the toilet so we can. I've never tried it with all the toilets being, all the cubicles not being cubicles. Don't know if they would accept it or not, but or if they would use it rather, but we're not going to attempt. So 2 sounds like a good number, doesn't it? 4 toilets, 2 sinks, 2 hand dryers. Why not? We'll go with that. And while we're there, we may as well do the. So it's these that determine how many staff you can have. So one per staff, not the cleaning buckets or with a mop and bucket. It's so yeah. I found that one out the hard way. One of them. That and that, and we'll have. No, we don't want a vending machine there. Should we have that? I think we'll have that. And then we will have 2 of them. We don't need 3 staff, but I like to have the reception filled out. Now we can go with the stats lab. Here. And we could do a huge stats lab if we so wished. A narrow stats lab. That way we could see to a lot more patients a lot quicker. And it means that we don't have to upgrade the stats lab at a later date. Decisions. I forget we're going with that. Looks stupid at the moment, but eventually it would make sense. May as well put that wall in as well. And we'll go with the norm. Put a sink on the other side, I guess, and put the refrigerator there. Should we? Let's try this way. Put that there. And get all these machines rocking. We'll put all of these ones in as well because these are the additional ones, but amazingly you still need them. Have I got a duplicate? I haven't. I've got just a spare machine. Great. So I need a table for this one. And just in case they need to read up on something, they've got the book there. Let's get some of these. Yes, I thought that would be too close. What about, could I get away with more or less? No, because they're, well, maybe. In fact, let's bin that idea. Put the refrigerator over there, put that there. That'll work. Always nice to have extra ability to have staff should we need them. Yes, thank you there. Photocopiers because they're needed. Oh, not photocopies, photocopiers, printers, so they can print out their orders for McDonald's. Why not? That's that done. So what do we want here? Well, once... Do we really care about a common room at this stage in the game? Probably not. So should we go with an X-ray? Or two. Just going to leave that annoying piece here, but it might come in useful later on. Can we get everything that we need inside here? Is the question. Or is it going to be just too tight? Really? Thank you. And nope, that fits. Huh. Well, guess what? We will copy this room and put that there. There we go. And these have to have their own designated waiting area, so there we go. Let's give them some chairs. We'll put a water jug there, I guess. Vending machine there, and then here we'll have the monitor, and should we put 2 check-ins, and then let's do the same there. I haven't got a wall, have I? Need a wall. Monitor can't fit on something that isn't there, can't float in midair. So let's put a wall there, and then a check-in there. Right, so that's our basic hospital. Well, almost. We can't leave the floors like that. That's just no. We need this first. We will go with that. And something like that, just to colour it up. And then a door. We need to let people in, don't we? Let's turn doors back on so they aren't ghosted. So that's our it's our hospital or clinic, A&E. 4 GPs offices are large stats, so we can have 5 people working here. I think that would work. What we will do is, because you can't get up there, or there's nothing up there, we'll just block that off just because we can. I have tried putting seats in a corridor before, and I haven't seen anyone use them, so they're more decorative in a corridor. That's why I used waiting rooms as corridors, because it looks more natural. At least here in the UK we have seats in a corridor. I don't know about in other countries. And you might stack each other up on top in one room, for all I know, but here in the UK we have seats in corridors. And then we have actual areas that are rooms that are just full of seats that are the waiting areas, apparently, but they're getting less and less as more and more rooms get put in. So corridors with seats are becoming a more popular thing to see. Anyway, we need to hire people. So first off, we only need one X-ray specialist who needs good skills in radiology. So, and 41 is the best, but he's a hard worker. Oh yeah, but he's slow. No, someone better. 63. You could be late for work, and you've got clean feet. Why does that matter? Let's see what else. Your hedonist spends twice as much time enjoying food, and pleasant. So, can we leave that blank? Do we have to have something in there? What's that? Is that the tick? There we go. We don't need to give you a last name. So, Moondog, you're in charge of doing Let's go to A&E's department and so diagnosis 77. Long commute times though 88, but you're slow. Why are you all slow? Good boss. You're slow, but you're a good boss. But we're going to hire you. And we're going to refresh the list. What's this? Comforting. So you're good with patience. Does not cause discomfort when examining. Good people's person. Excellent skill. Unpleasant. Not so good. How can you be a people's person but unpleasant at the same time? That just nullify. That's a nullifying attribute, isn't it? Surely that means that you're basically 50-50. Is that how that's going to work? Is that how the stats work in this? And you've got clean feet. What's with clean and dirty feet? Who cares? Yeah, I've got 10 minutes remaining before I have to end this because I've got to take my son to school. Early bird, yes, you're hired. It's not that I like early birds, I just like people who are... No. That looks more... Hardworking. Enjoys food. Mrs. Moondog. No. That's... Mrs. Moondog doesn't get a chance with Mr. Moondog. It's not that she enjoys food, she just has to eat it before he does. Let's see. Apparently all the people in this hospital like to eat food. Lovely. People's person. You're hired, I guess. Can't remember. What was your diagnosis? Skill 17. So, yeah, we'll have somebody who's actually pretty bad at this. A night owl, which is okay if we was going for night staff, but so biochemistry is the main skill here. The best one, and you could be late. Well, that's not too bad because we'll have more than one working here. And, well, you're on day staff, so suck it up. No, we need somebody with the receptionist skill. There we go. For 233, you enjoy to eat, and you're a good boss. You're hired. And we need a janitor. Of course we need a janitor. You're an alcoholic who is a slow learner. You don't like to eat. Hunger increases much faster. That's definitely me. Would have been Moondog. Slow learner. Can we need janitors who are hired. We'll have two because apparently he's done. No, we'll just have the one, and you will work nights. So I think that will work. Plenty of staff there, and let's take a look here. So we need to treat 10 patients, then reward will be given 20k, and for a government grant, treat one person, and then we'll have to do the stats lab. That'll be the next reward, the next objective. Build a stats lab and treat, I think it's a patient there, something like that, or just build it and then you get a reward, which will be hospitalization or something like that, which we won't be doing. And this one we just needed to build x-ray, I think it was. I'm not sure. We'll find out eventually. We'll go on that speed. And I can drink my coffee, finally. Oh, here we go. Are you coming in? Can I click? There we go. So our first staff has gone straight to receptionist and then booked himself in. Don't make sense. Why go to the receptionist to then go to the kiosk to book yourself in unless she told you to go to there because she's being lazy. That's it. Strip off and cough. We didn't need this many staff, I know, but we're not going to hang around, and we're 15k in debt already. That's interesting. We'll soon make that though. But we have a facility that will work. There we go, cheapo care. So now, well, yes, I wish there. So build and hire a stats lab. Okay, so this one was the stats lab, never mind. And then we'll be build an X-ray. Sorry. So yeah, we've got that all covered. We'd like to get back to the game now. So you've gone bronchitis. Good. There we go. 20k for that. So we're not in debt anymore. That's a bonus. And reach 2,000 profits in A&E and treat 10 patients a day here. This one will keep going up, so it'll be I think something like treat 70% prestige, have 70% prestige after this one, and then it'll go treat 20 patients or something like that. I'm not sure how it goes, but basically this is always pushing you to do the next 10 patients, so 10 patients, 20, 30, 40 and so on, with prestige in between. You okay, and you need to go to X-ray. Why are you standing there? What's wrong with here? This is where you're meant to stand. You're not meant to go behind the desks. It'd be nice to have a door. In fact, I could have put a door there, couldn't I? Should do there. Put a door there. Make it staff only. Dock door with windows. No. Restricted access. Is that the one I want? So they have to come here. What was wrong with you? Shingles. Lovely. So we've already cured 8. We can actually, this is where I got confused originally. It was, you start off with 10 patients, and I assumed that it was how many seats that you actually had within your waiting area that determined how many patients you could foresee during the day. And it turns out that it's through contracts, through insurance policies, that your total amount of people are allowed within a hospital increases, and 10 patients are being cured, so we've got 20k for that. We're up to 25,000. Now we've got to do 20 patients, and yeah, well, that will have to wait. You can't tell the difference between an arm and a chest contusion? Something wrong there. So basically, I could now, if I wanted, I could go and put, so anything that's in red in room wise is the requirements. Anything in green is added, is just optional. So I could, if I wanted, expand this and go with 2 generals or 3 generals over here, and then a waiting room, and then opposite that the labs, or a lab. I could do that, and I will probably end up doing that, and this will end up becoming something like 6 GP's offices for A&E. I have no staff room. My staff take rests in their offices at the desk in front of the PC, looking at patients' notes. I'm not generous enough for that, and I'm not rich enough for that either. So when they start earning me more money, then I will consider building them a staff room, or whatever it's called in this. What's it called in this? A common room. Very good. Common room. So anyway, we're coming to the end of the day. We shouldn't be getting any more patients. We've cured 14, maybe 15. Yep. Bonus. Nothing for us to do. You use the toilet, why not? Should have done them the other way around so we didn't actually have to see what they was doing on the toilet. Live and learn. So basically our staff just get to have a long extended rest now. They don't need to do anything. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm left clicking and dragging to try and move the mouse. That doesn't work in this game. It's middle mouse button, which is the problem that I have with mice, is I always end up breaking the middle mouse button, because Giant's Editor uses the middle mouse button to move around as well. When like panning the camera around and things like that. Is it? No. Yeah. Can't remember. I haven't been in the editor for a while. But the middle mouse button gets used a lot, and I always damage mine. And it sticks, and then it stops sticking, and it just stops working altogether. And I have to buy a new mouse. And this is like, I've gone through quite a few mice already this year. I do not need to be going through another one. But WASD does work on here, so maybe I should use that. But that's leaning over to a keyboard down. You need to use WASD on. And we don't have the ability to go to the edge of the screen. So, yeah. Anyway, end of day. In fact, we will fast forward, because there's nobody going to come in now. This is quite loud, so I don't know how loud it's going to be in terms of everything else. We will find out. If you can hear me over the toilets and the doors and everything, which if you can't isn't a bad thing, right? If you can, then maybe you would have fallen asleep already, and well, it wouldn't matter. There we go. Staff go home. Now fast forward time, cleaner will come in and start cleaning the floors tomorrow night, apparently, because it's all the staff have got clean feet, so they haven't made the floors dirty. So we will save it there, and I will go until next time, because I've got other things I need to be doing. So as always, the rest of the Monkey Show, all of their links are within my homepage on YouTube. Go there. Don't know why I said on YouTube, but we'll just run with it. Go there, give them all a subscribe, and hit the likes on their videos. They put out good content as well. And until next time, I will see you later.